You can't produce enough electricity to run enough pumps to pump all that water back up.
Why?
Because you're going to lose a little bit of something with friction and with heat.
110 and that's 110 pump.
But it's more than just a volt, it's an amp. That's what does the work, it's the torque. It's torque.
I'm going to throw amps in now. Who the fuck is amp?
Amp is the actual guy that does the work. Volts is just...
So you're telling me I can't get an amp from these guys?
You can make it so that those pumps running off the generators that are producing the electricity from the water, you can run enough pumps to pump most of it.
So you're telling me my dreams of escaping into the woods with a little fucking paddle wheel and an alternator off a car and living by a brook, I won't charge my batteries?
No, you can. Because the brook is running.
Yeah.
So there's energy coming in that you just have to convert into electricity. That's what the machine does.
So my escape is still possible?
Oh, absolutely.
So I can live out in the woods with a whole bunch of batteries?
Oh, yeah.
And keep them charged with my river.
Absolutely.
With my paddle.
You betcha.
Onto my alternator.
Absolutely.
Throwing out 13 plus.
Provided that the river is big enough and your generators are big enough to supply the power that you're going to use.
Now, would I go with a big wheel or a small wheel? Depends how much power I'm getting from the river.
And how much generator you have.
It's just going to be an alternator, something small.
From a car.
Yeah, from a car.
So you just need something small enough. The size of the wheel would determine how fast it spins.
Bigger, slower, smaller, faster, right?
Not 100% on that. I think so.
I don't know. Well, there goes that dream.
No, but that'll work.
There goes that dream, because I was just going to run.
But this started out as a perpetual motion discussion.
But okay, so I can't, you're telling me I can't use my energy to create the energy to create my energy.
That's correct. Because when you convert energy from one form to another, because you can't create it, you're just converting it from one form to another, you always...
Well, I can't take a smooth brush, get it going to get my thing going. Like, come on, like, get my thing.
Because when you...
To charge this, to turn that on.
You convert energy from one form to another, you lose a little bit. You can't be 100% efficient. That little tiny bit that you lose is required to go back in the front.
So it'll work, but not for a long time. It'll probably start up and fizzle out quickly.
Quickly, maybe. That depends on all the other logistics. But dwindle for sure. Guaranteed. It has to.
It's like the bobbing bird.
Yeah.
It doesn't last for long. The bird
Can't.
in the water.
Yeah. It can't go on forever.
And those balls that you would...
You can make it last a long time if you play the cards right and you keep your efficiency as high as possible. But that means that you can't take any energy out of that string to use it for your own devices. Because as soon as you take energy out, now you're a whole shitload short.
So it's not going to get my water back up then?
No. But if you got a stream or a river that's running, then the earth has supplied you with energy depending on how big.
So it created its own energy. I just harnessed, like, the Hoover Dam just harnessed that energy.
That's right. And converted it.
And converted it into energy. Alright. Because I was watching the Hoover Dam. Boom! They opened up a gate, fired up that generator. That generator helped fire this one. Open these, boom! Self-sufficient. Fucking, anybody want energy? I'm gonna start selling energy. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, but it's so strange that I can't create...
But if there was no water...
How about if I had like a 220 thing, and I only need like a 110 thing? Isn't there like a wire I can jump to make it like work?
Of course there's a wire you can jump to make it work. There's always a wire you can jump to make it work. We both know that. We've done it 1,000 times. In fact, the only reason a lot of shit doesn't work is because no one jumped that wire.
So if I have something like using my man-made energy to propel the energy source I want to build, so I get it going, and this is going to throw up plenty of energy for my 110 thing.
Yeah.
Then would it work?
No.
I'd fry my 110 thing?
Not if we jump the wire right. But you can't get more energy out of a situation than you put into it in the beginning. In fact, you have to get less every single time. It's impossible not to get less.
How about if the theory of siphoning?
The
Would
theory
that
of
work? Like, if I siphon something into itself, would it continuously siphon?
no,
What do you mean, no?
because in order for the liquid to get back in the bottom, it has to have enough strength to push the liquid higher in the vessel.
But when you siphon in a gas tank, it gets empty. And it's
Yeah.
still coming out. But I'd be siphoning out of a pool back into the pool. So it would never leave. So it would continually siphon, wouldn't it?
No.
I don't get it.
But you will. Let's go out to the pool and I'll show you. You can move the water to a lower spot with siphoning, but you cannot move it to a higher spot with siphoning.
How about if I was real high with the hose, though?
The hose that's going downhill
Oh,
has to be
lower
longer than
than
the
the
hose that's
source.
going uphill
I
because
get
it's the
it.
weight of the water that's pulling it. The longest end wins. So you can